Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at the other three of the Constructicons. So, we're going to be looking at Scavenger, Hook, and Bonecrusher. So, Scavenger, he's an excavator. He can pivot and hit the bucket arm, can move up and down, and then hinge right there. So, Hook, he has a telescoping boom, and the hook is on a hinge, then the whole arm is on the hinge, and then it can do a full 360 for the crane. And Bonecrusher doesn't really have anything. That can tilt, and then you can sort of like have the arms get pushed up for the bucket to move a little bit higher, but I don't know. Just, I don't know if you want to. So, I like them. I like their vehicle modes. So, Scavenger, you hinge the treads down, and then you turn these very end pieces of tread with these little lumps around. And then this is something that is sort of annoying on him. There's no real way to get in there and pull his arms out, and then you can't just pull on these to pull his arms out. You have to sort of try to finagle it, get some like friction on with your finger just to gently pull on his like fists. I just think that part's a little annoying because he can't really grab onto anything to just pull it out evenly. I don't know. Then you just flip his head up, and there is Scavenger. Now Hook, you bring that up just to get it out of the way, and then you hinge his legs down. Well, you can't hinge the legs down because this connector, this big, I guess, rail is in the way. You can see it in there, how it's jammed in between the legs so they can't go. So then you have to extend it. In the best sense, you probably want it to be like that, but you might as well just go all the way. So now it's out of the way, and now the legs can hinge down. And now you just put that back. Now you can bring this down. Then you can pull his arms out and flip up his head. There you go. Now Bonecrusher is definitely the weakest of all the Constructicons. So you want to bring his arms out, flip the canopy at least a level, bring the bucket up, and then put it right there like this. Then you hinge the legs around, pull the very end of the tread, and you gotta make sure it's completely correct, or else if you don't do it enough, like the very tiny last bit, making me look like an idiot now, because it will his feet will not sit flushly if the very ends of the treads are not pulled down all the way. So I was trying to demonstrate it, but he's being stubborn. So you just fold his arm, hinge his arms out like this, and then spin them around like so. Hinge it around. Then you can either leave the canopy like this. I just fold it all the way back, and then bring up his head. And can't really stand straight. He'll just be hunched over. So, Scavenger, I like him. Just those arms, they're a little bit of a pain to pull out. You can't grab him from the top. Hook, he's just good. His head, as you can tell, is a little wobbly and loose, but that's not the fault of the toy, that's just age. And poor Bonecrusher. His arms just... He has... I can't even... all of them have normal arms, he just doesn't. He's got this weird, like, gut. Not even a gut, it's just, like, a high chest and, like, no stomach. And then his legs, how those can get stuck, and then they're not flat. And he's just the weakest of the set. And you can see that the loose, like, hinges for his arms make his arms sag down, and then they split apart. When he's in bulldozer mode, and that'll become really apparent for the combined mode, is that they just cannot stay. So overall, they're all solid, they're all good, but I guess for the first three being, I wouldn't say good, but you know, at least decent in the fact that they're so simplistic, is that these ones, for having a tiny bit of like quirks, I guess you could say, sort of evens it out. They're not bad, but they're not good. So that's it. Next one is the Devastator.